Hello and welcome to another marvelous video. The 2023 sci-fi horror movie No One Will Save You, starring Caitlin Dever as Bryn and helmed by director Brian Duffield, mesmerized viewers with its gripping, wordless storytelling. Running for a little over 90 minutes, this film masterfully unfolds a story of extraterrestrial invasion using only action and almost no dialogue. So hang tight as we delve into the intriguing narrative of No One Will Save You and dissect its mysterious conclusion. Additionally, we'll examine the extraterrestrial beings featured in the film, so make sure to remain with us until the very end. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us it means a lot. Thank you, and let's begin. The battle against the unwelcome alien house guest. As mentioned previously, a critical distinguishing aspect of No One Will Save You is its nearly complete absence of spoken dialogue, making it a film primarily reliant on visual storytelling for narrative and character development. Once the extraterrestrial beings make their appearance, the film effectively leverages its minimalist backdrop. Despite the aliens somewhat possessing conventional attributes, Duffield creatively employs them, resulting in genuinely unforgettable scenes where Bryn either evades the aliens or finds herself pursued by them. The story unfolds in the quaint Mill River town where Bryn Adams, a seamstress who grieves her mother's passing, resides in her secluded childhood home on the outskirts. She seldom ventures into town because of an undisclosed incident that will be revealed later in the film, making her feel unwelcome there. In one scene, she is depicted composing a letter to her close friend, Maud, expressing her longing and regret. To deal with her solitude, Bryn channels her emotions by creating a miniature town in her living room and preparing elaborate culinary creations. One night, she awakens to find an uninvited guest inside her residence and soon realizes that this intruder is in fact an extraterrestrial being resembling a human. Bryn makes an effort to flee, but the intruder persistently pursues her. During their encounter, the alien employs telekinesis to immobilize her, but in a moment of desperation, Bryn inadvertently uses a shattered piece of her miniature town school bell tower to strike the alien in the head to kill it. What's remarkable about that initial encounter is that it's merely the beginning of a much larger story. No One Will Save You progressively broadens its perspective without losing its focus. The extraterrestrial threat escalates, and as implied by the film's title, Bryn finds herself completely isolated since her neighbors, including the police, refuse to offer any assistance. Returning to the plot, after the alien's demise, Bryn heads to the police station. At the station, Bryn unexpectedly encounters Maud's parents, who are the police chief and his spouse. Maud's mother regards Bryn with disdain, spits in her face, and departs from the station. Feeling compelled to escape, Bryn boards a bus departing from town. However, some passengers on the bus attempt to restrain her, all of them being manipulated by other aliens. Fortunately, Bryn manages to break free. She stumbles upon an abandoned church where she discovers Maud's grave, revealing that Maud passed away at the age of 12. Bryn then observes a group of individuals who appear to be under the influence of small tentacled creatures that are visibly moving beneath the skin of their throats. After that, Bryn rushes back home and seals her residence to fend off potential alien intrusions should they return. Later that night, Bryn is compelled to defend herself against two more of these extraterrestrial creatures, despite the creatures using telekinesis to effortlessly remove the scissors from Bryn's grasp. She desperately clings to a childhood photo of herself and Maud. Eventually, the larger creature manages to take the photo from her hands, gazing at both Bryn and the image with a perplexed expression. Following a sporadic struggle with the smaller alien, Bryn impales it through a wardrobe with a broken mop handle and forcefully closes the wardrobe door in its head. Bryn manages to escape her home but is apprehended and forcefully dragged by a man under alien control toward the tractor beam of a hovering flying saucer. Just as she is on the brink of being lifted into the craft, she kicks the man into the tractor beam and makes a hasty getaway. Soon, a third, notably more giant alien begins to pursue Bryn, eventually scaling her house to capture her. He lures it into her station wagon where its lengthy limbs become ensnared within the unfamiliar interior. During this struggle, one of the creature's feet punctures the gas tank, causing a fire to erupt where it succumbs. Upon returning to her home, the same alien that had previously entered her house with a more diminutive alien and engaged with her enters a room where Bryn has kept letters to Maud and all their shared photographs. Once again, it examines these items with a sense of curiosity. However, when Bryn attempts to launch an attack, it employs a telekinesis to hurl her through a wall, immobilizing her with a red ray restraint. The alien then levitates and vomits a tentacled creature which forcefully enters Bryn's mouth. Immediately, she plunges into an intense hallucination in which her home is undamaged and her best friend Maud remains alone. alive. However, she manages to break free from this illusion and forcibly removes the tentacled creature from her mouth. Subsequently, the alien summons a flying saucer and uses it to levitate the tentacled creature, causing it to rapidly assume the form of a doppelganger of Bryn. Bryn's ability to withstand the alien parasite sets her apart as an exceptional individual. Her ability to survive when others fall victim to the alien invasion is intriguing. Her character arc conveys a profound message about humanity's resilience and inner strength. Coming back to the narrative in hand, the Bryn doppelganger pursues the real Bryn into the forest, where it eventually catches up to her and stabs her. However, Bryn manages to defend herself with a box cutter, ultimately defeating her double and escaping to a desolate road. Here, she encounters a massive alien before being drawn into a flying saucer. Inside the saucer, Bryn undergoes a psychic examination by a group of humanoid aliens, compelling her to recall the event that caused her entire town to turn against her. Throughout the film, there have been subtle hints alluding to a dark secret that Bryn carries. It's only in this scene that we uncover her harrowing truth. In her childhood, Bryn unintentionally caused the death of her closest friend, Maud. They had a heated argument that escalated to the point where Maud knocked Bryn to the ground. As a result, in a moment of anger and without intent, Bryn struck Maud in the head with a stone, resulting in her friend's accidental death. After the aliens uncovered and become acquainted with Bryn's deepest secrets, they engage in a discussion among themselves. Subsequently, they send Bryn back to Earth without the tentacled organism that had previously manipulated her thoughts and actions. The conclusion portrays Bryn residing in her home, which remains unscathed. Strikingly, all the other inhabitants of her town are now clearly under the influence of the aliens. However, in a dramatic reversal of Bryn's life before the invasion, the townsfolk now exhibit a friendly and neighborly demeanor towards her. In the film's climax, Bryn is seen dancing and celebrating with the townspeople. At first glance, this may seem like a joyful conclusion. However, these townsfolk are no longer their authentic selves, having surrendered their essence to the aliens. While Bryn appears to be content, it's crucial to recognize that her happiness exists within an artificially constructed reality. The aliens have created a world for her, simulating acceptance and affection, yet beneath this facade lies a world dominated by the aliens, a reality from which she is shielded. Close encounters with extraterrestrial force. Given the importance of the aliens in the plot, it's not surprising that No One Will Save You strongly emphasizes numerous elements of their physical traits, language, and even emotional qualities. With numerous layers to explore, including their outward appearance and the inherent qualities of these central aliens, it's almost impossible not to delve into the extensive lore surrounding these extraterrestrial beings and to examine their objectives and capabilities within the film. Here's an in-depth look into the primary aliens' inner workings, skills, motives, and the different variants, starting with the latter. Types of aliens. To maintain intrigue, No One Will Save You presents 6 distinct alien designs, each mirroring unique abilities. While the diversity in their appearance may not directly impact the story, it enriches the film's world building and fosters audience curiosity about the subsequent encounter Bryn will face. Here's a concise overview of their characteristics. The Greys. In the film, these beings are depicted in the conventional gray alien form characterized by elongated humanoid frames, oversized heads, and eyes. This particular variant is the most frequently encountered in the film and is subtly adjusted to introduce diverse alien variations within the same species. Human-alien hybrids. In the movie, it appears that the Greys convert humans into beings resembling aliens by inducing them to consume a parasite. While the film doesn't explicitly state that these parasite-infected humans become aliens, their subsequent adoration of the alien spacecraft implies a transformation into a hybrid form of the alien species. This process of human-alien hybridization sheds light on the central invasion strategy in the movie. Baby aliens. In a particular scene, Bryn is pursued by a small infantile alien that exhibits almost as much strength and aggression as its adult counterparts but lacks any discernible telekinetic abilities. This absence of supernatural powers enables Bryn to successfully outmatch the infant alien. While the film doesn't explicitly address the concept of the aliens having offspring, presence of a baby alien hints at the possibility that the central aliens may have families and offspring similar to humans, or that they possess diverse forms and sizes. Arachno-aliens. Bryn also encounters a colossal alien that appears nearly impervious until it becomes ensnared within a vehicle, which Bryn subsequently sets ablaze to defeat it. Despite sharing facial similarities with the conventional Greys, this alien is considerably more giant and presumably possesses greater physical strength. Unlike the Greys, who stand up upright on their 2 legs like humans, this spider-like alien has arthropod-like joints, granting it effortless crawling and climbing abilities. Parasites. The aliens employ the parasite as a tool for manipulating humans. Once the aliens compel a human to consume it, the parasite travels down their throat and appears to infiltrate their neurological system. The spaceship. Numerous scenes in No One Will Save You suggest that the alien spacecraft possesses a life of its own. The Greys communicate with the ship through vibrations and sign language, and the vessel appears to make decisions. Although certain aspects of the ship remain enigmatic, it's reasonable to infer that it represents an intelligent alien entity that exerts control over the Greys. The power of the aliens. As the initial alien invasion unfolds, there are abrupt voltage spikes in Bryn's home, implying that the aliens or their spacecraft emit powerful electromagnetic fields or radio waves. Regarding physical strength, conventional gray aliens are significantly more robust than humans and possess dexterous hand-like feet, enabling them to move faster and more agile than typical humans. Several moments in No One Will Save You also hint at the aliens having heightened senses of sight and hearing. They employ telekinesis for both offensive and defensive purposes, showcasing their superior intelligence compared to humans. Motives of the aliens. Considering that the aliens in No One Will Save You spare Bryn after showing empathy towards her, it's evident that they are not inherently malevolent. The film doesn't explicitly unveil their true purpose, but their use of the parasite to gradually exert control over humans implies that they have arrived on Earth with an invasive agenda. The critical distinction between them and the stereotypical malevolent aliens in popular culture is their choice to avoid a violent approach, as instead of eradicating humans from the planet, they opt for manipulating their minds. Beyond these surface-level implications, the central invasion also serves as a metaphor for Bryn's guilt. Throughout the movie, Bryn grapples with the burden of guilt and sorrow stemming from the accidental death of her childhood best friend, Maud. She attempts to bury her guilt through various means, such as composing letters to her friend and even constructing a miniature model of an idealized town where she yearns to reside. However, her guilt gradually infiltrates the sanctuary she has created for herself, jeopardizing her emotional well-being and stability. The alien presence serves as a narrative device, symbolizing this encroachment of Bryn's guilt in the film's climax. Bryn ultimately comes to terms with her guilt, which liberates her and enables her to reintegrate into society. It might be surprising and cause concern about the possibility of the aliens extending their invasion to the rest of the world. Still, it's essential to remember that this narrative primarily revolves around Bryn, not the entire world. Marvelous verdict. And that brings us to the end of this video. The conclusion of No One Will Save You is open to numerous significant interpretations, as it places one woman's narrative at the forefront and prioritizes her well-being over that of the world. However, No One Will Save You is a pleasant revelation, perfectly timed for this spooky season. It's a well-crafted, concentrated thriller with a distinctive premise that it consistently develops. The aliens exhibit some clinched tropes akin to those in other Hollywood movies, yet they possess a distinct uniqueness in certain aspects. The juxtaposition of happiness, sadness, authenticity, and illusion renders the movie a captivating viewing experience. Duffield's work serves as a striking reminder of the unpredictable essence of reality and our perceptions. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. If you liked our video, remember to hit that like button and share this with everyone. See you on the next one.